Good morning, beekeepers. It's May the 31st, last day of May, and I've got a couple of boxes of honey to extract. As you can see, I've got a gigantic 12-foot by 6-foot extraction room, air conditioner slash dryer in the middle of it. Not much insulation, so it's kind of hot, but it's currently 34% humidity, which is great, so I won't add any humidity to the honey. I have my capping tank. Isn't that nice? Nice little bucket. Board goes all the way across with a screw sticking out of it. You lean your screw up, get frame up against that. And you take your capping knife, which is similar to a bread knife. I don't use a hot knife. This works fine for me. So I take a frame of honey, like so. You always want to cut away from your body, and you just basically gently saw across the top of the wood. And this is why you use a tank or a tote in my case. Just gently saw it all the way down to the bottom. Then you wipe all the cappings down into the bucket. And you have a extracted or uncapped frame. See, this is a whole lot easier this direction. And if you let wax build up on your knife, it kind of tears the wax a little bit because all this is brand new wax and it's really delicate. But the bees can build it out, repair this a lot faster than they can build out new comb. So I immediately take this frame and I drop it in my extractor. All right, as you can see, I'm high tech here. I have a Vevor manual crank 3-frame extractor. It'll take either deeps or narrows or mediums. So basically I extract them in here, flip them over. Then I've got a valve on the bottom that goes into a hygienic clean bucket with a lid on it. And then when this is done, I drain it into through a filter to get all the honey out of it and add it to my extracted honey. So that's basically how I do it. Let me get a couple more frames done, and I'll show you how I extract it. All right, so I've got 3 frames that I've got ready to go. I have them loaded all in the same direction. You want to make sure the frames are similar in weight, and that's kind of a guess because the further off it is, the harder it is to extract. So I put my other lid on here because you're going to spin this and you don't want too much honey in the air. So I start it slow, and then I just get a little bit faster. this is why you want them balanced. If you don't, then this thing will go walk all over the place. And I don't have mine fastened down. And right now it's 85 degrees in here. So the honey's nice and warm. All right. Now it's trying to walk a little bit. But what I want to show you I wish you could smell this honey. It's awesome. All right. You can see down there in the bottom where the honey's pooling down in the bottom around and you know, it slings it off on the sides and then it runs all the way to the bottom. And of course we have to sanitize this thing every time we use it. All right. So it hadn't slung all of it out yet, but I'm going to turn them around. Because you got to sling it out of both sides. And everything in here already is covered with honey. The smell is wonderful. All that nice fresh honey. All right, here we go on the other side. If my camera was better, I could show you the honey bouncing out against the walls, but you can see it kind of rocking now. And the faster you get it, the more honey that spreads out. Just put your weight on it, kind of hold it down. But that's kind of how I extract honey. All right. As you can see, there's not much honey left in that side, but I got to go back and do the other side now again. It's, you know, nothing like an electric. And I was going to put a motor on it this year, but I didn't get to it. I mean, no more than I have. This is fine. And it also is a good idea to wear some gloves, because my hands are already very sticky. You can see it's already easier to spin at higher speeds. The longer you maintain the higher speeds, the drier the frames get. Now, you can do this as many times as you want, but I found that usually a couple of times on each side is all that it takes. And you want to be careful, because you open this cover up and it's spinning, you could definitely hurt your fingers. All right, there we are. my first frame's done. I'll put them back in the box. And since we still have a flow that will happen this fall, I'll put these back on, and they could get quite a bit more. Now what we've been waiting for, what we've been doing all this work for. Nice, light, golden spring honey. Now I go through a double screen, which filters out the wax and anything else that might be in the honey. It's not filtered. It's just double screens that allow you to get all the extra particles that you don't want in your honey. And after we get a bucket full, then we go fill bottles. Alright, so there we are, the honey extraction process. Alright, just as I said I was going to do, after I got those extracted, there they are right on top of the big honey farm there. They'll clean those boxes up really quick because all that fresh honey smell up there. They'll clean them up, restore them, and they'll refill them. If there's a honey flow at all, they'll fill those 2 boxes up pretty quick. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed my little honey production. I did get about 5 gallons, filled up 1 bucket. So that's my first pull of the summer. Maybe we'll get more. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I love it when you make comments. I like to see what other people think about the way I do things. Thanks for watching.